playing a game called Guess That Movie. So Guess That Movie is a game we came up with where there's a person in the hot seat, which is Mark, and he will be saying a plot to one real and one fake movie, and we are the guessers, so we will have to guess whether the movie is fake or real by writing it down on our papers. So the person with the most points is the winner, and yeah.
Cool. We're gonna get started. Here's my first movie.
I'm not gonna write it down. Okay, go ahead.
My first movie is this.
Okay.
Two long-lost lovers ride in a huge American marble from one continent to another. The unfortunate thing is, there's a big tragic accident. This American marble is destroyed, and a lot of people also die. It's the story of this couple. Number 2 is a story about man's amazing ability to recreate life. There's a zany scientist that has drilled into the ground and extracted remnants of life forms. He uses these life forms to reanimate and bring back to life, and then decides to invite people to come see his spectacle.
Can I ask a question?
No questions.
No, it's a question about your pop.
Okay.
Was it a kid or a man?
It wasn't a man.
So it was a kid.
No, I said a man, but so was a kid. Lots of people come to visit his spectacle, and again, lots of things end in tragedy. People die, and it can be scary.
No, you have to do hard ones.
I'm like, what are all those words mean? I'm like,
I was trying to not say the specifics.
The whole time I was writing down. These are like
Okay, so here's the end of this round. Do we think that number 1 was real or fake?
But let me write it down.
oh, you didn't write it down yet.
Okay, I've got my answers. Like say it at the same time.
Mhm.
It's locked in.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Real.
Cool. So, you're both correct. Now the big question is,
I have
name that movie.
a guess.
Okay?
I don't know if it's going to be right because I never watched the movie.
Okay.
Lost love.
Yes! Titanic.
I said lost love. I've seen Titanic.
Two long-lost lovers that traveled in a continent from one place to another. A big tragic accident happened in the man-made marvel.
I didn't know what I knew.
Okay, so 2 points to Holly, 1 point to Janetta. Now, second movie.
Who's gonna go next?
Was it real or was it fake?
It was fake.
Oh, okay. yeah, actually.
It was fake because we just told you.
You're both wrong. What's the title of the movie?
I know it. 1, 2. You ready?
I don't, because you said it's a man, so I don't have the time.
I think I know it.
Go ahead.
Frankenstein?
No.
With the dog?
No. Jurassic Park.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, I never watched that movie.
You never saw that?
I have. I just didn't pay
So
attention.
Yeah, she was just talking about
So
it.
he brings back
I was talking about it.
he brings back dinosaurs from
Oh, yeah.
fossilized amber.
I would have known if I paid attention.
Yeah. So
Okay, So my first movie is about a man who travels to an abandoned, well not abandoned, but a different dimension. He knew exactly what the name of the place was, but he didn't like it. And then these weird people grabbed him and took him to a room. Then he goes into a fighting ring where he has to fight a monster, and then he tries to like brainwash the monster or unbrainwash the monster. Different world.
Wow. Okay.
This movie is about a lot of kids. They're all boys, right? And they all play a sport. They played it, and one of the kids' dads had an autograph by this person, but it was with one of the sport utensils that they use. It flew in his backyard. Nobody likes him because he never gives back anything. So they all did everything they could to get it back. And they made robotic things and arms. One person even went over the fence just to get it. So they go, so this is towards the end, and what happens is they go to the neighbor, and what they do is they bang on his door, right? He doesn't pick up the first time. They bang again, and he picks up. And they realize he's a nice guy. And they go in his house, and he gives them back the utensils. Okay, you guys ready? I'm gonna say the first movie first. Okay, is the first movie real or fake? 1, 3, 2, 1.
Real.
Okay. You were right. What's the name of the movie? 1, 2. Wait, do you guys have a name?
Guardians of the Galaxy. No, I don't know.
Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok. Of course, I didn't see them.
Okay, the next movie, real or fake? 1, 2, 3.
Fake.
Real? Okay. Do you guys have a title?
Is it fake or real?
She was right. It's real.
What? What? Oh my
Do you
god.
have a name for it?
No.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies of all times. It's the reason why you guys didn't know is because it's an old movie. It's called The Sandlot.
Oh.
I'm going to begin.
Okay.
A pair of twins, completely opposites. One does basketball, one does acting. They also have 2 other brothers. One day, they destroy their house. And they also have this cousin, and they're going to kind of be like living with her too. So they're all going to be siblings in a way. And one day, they all separate because of their passions. One of the brothers loves science. One wants to be a comedian. 1 out of 2 of the twins is going to Broadway. And the other twin is going to build houses for people in need. That's it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Real.
that was to say real as well.
Okay. You're both correct.
Oh gosh.
Do either of you have a title?
I do.
Okay.
Do I say?
Yeah.
It's a TV series and it's on Maddie.
Yeah. You got it.
Because
A boy dreams of being a singer and is afraid people will judge him. They bullied him, and even his crush thought it was weird. But the boy tries out for the talent show to sing. He made a lot of new friends that day. but he was really upset that they didn't have faith in him.
This sounds like a movie that I watched. 3.
Real.
It's fake.
Oh my
Because-
gosh.
I know because it sounded like the movie Mercy Me. But I mean, no, I can only imagine. But you didn't say one thing.
Did you watch it?
And- Yeah,
Was it good?
yeah.
Janaya is winning right now with 5 points, even though she just said she had to pay attention. I have 2, Holly has 3 because she couldn't answer those questions. Okay, here we go. Round 2. First movie. Household appliances come to life, and they all sneak outside. There's a vacuum cleaner.
Oh, so like,
There's a toaster. There's a light bulb, like a light switch guy, like a desk lamp. And they go on an adventure. Three, 2, 1.
real?
It is real. Janaya's like,
I think I have a guess though.
do you have an idea of the title of it?
I want to say I do, but
I do.
They didn't say the main people in this.
What do you think it is?
I'm gonna guess 2.
Okay, it's probably gonna
1, 2, 3. Emoji movies.
Okay, you're both incorrect, but you're close. It's called The Brave Little Toaster.
I thought it was an emoji movie because they're all emojis like
There's a a musician. Sorry, way big difference there. He was 5 years old. He would sneak into the cathedrals at night to listen to the monks. Like the cathedral, like the big, like churches.
okay.
He would sneak in and listen to the monks singing. And so he took a piece of paper and sort of like feverishly write out the music. Because he could, not only could he hear it, but he could see it. He was chastised, or basically like ridiculed for doing that because you're not supposed to notate holy music. He went on to become a very, very great musician. However, the device crippled his hands and he was no longer able to play piano. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1.
Real.
Fake!
That's why when you said the last part where the device, I was like, no, I think it's fake. I was gonna say fake. This movie is a movie where there's a girl, right? And she was spoiled at school, at least. She was very bad at school. Not schoolwork, but like she was, like bad. She was like one of those popular girls that think, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. Whenever she was around her parents, she would act like the goody two-shoes, right? And she was the favorite out of 5 siblings. Everybody would give her whatever she wanted. They did anything for her. The reason is because when she was little, when she was like, 5 years old or something? I don't know, it was 5, yeah. When she was 5 years old, what they did were her parents were in a lab as a science experiment. So they turned their brains into mush, which made them think that whoever they first saw was the queen or whatever. So they saw her first, and everyone treated her like that. The kids at her school weren't like that because their brains were not mush. And she found out that they were treating her like a queen because around the grandma, their brains weren't mushed. They would turn back full like brick. So she turned their brains back unmushed, and then she was the bullied kid, and she just got bullied a lot. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Real. I said real.
That's a fake.
Okay, it's fake. I mixed two
What?
movies. A Goosebumps movie. No, was it? No, this movie that I saw where everybody was eating the kids' brains because there was cheese. Wait, not a 10. There's 3 kids, right? And then they have the mom and the dad. Well, the mom and the dad, it's not that they're poor. They just don't like to spend, kind of. Not, I don't know. They have a lot of stuff, but yet they're poor, right? And everybody who they live around is super nice to them. But because of how mean they are to other people, and so they take stuff from other people. Like, she has so many kids, like, what, over like 8 kids, which is a lot, and got all their stuff back, and then they got arrested. All the kids got arrested and to juvie, but one kid went to school because he was too young. And the mom, they didn't arrest because she didn't do anything bad, and she was nice to everyone after her kids left.
This is the right decision.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Fake.
It's real. Does anybody have a guess?
To Kill a Mockingbird. To Kill a Mockingbird.
It's called The Middle.
The Middle.
It's a TV series.
There's a girl from this tribe, and her people, a fighter from her village, I guess you could say, came back. So a bunch of people were looking for her, and she went to, and she went back, of course, just to let everyone know she's there. And when she left, she saw this boy and thought he was attractive. And nobody allows them to be together. Someone from the guy's team, basically, killed someone on her side. But they fall in love later, but they don't get to really be together. 2, 1.
Fake.
Real.
Real.
Woo!
I thought it was a mix between the Hunger Games and something.
Do either of you have a guess for a title?
I'm conflicted. There's 3 titles I think it can be, but I'm gonna say the Hunger Games. It's not.
See, that's what I said. I thought it was a mix between the Hunger Games.
Is it Beauty and the Beast?
It's Pocahontas.
Darn it! Darn it!
Oh,
So there's a girl who tries out for a school play, and she goes for the leading role, but she gets the role of a chicken. One day when they have to perform to a bunch of grades in their school, she couldn't memorize her lines, and she would have to make it up along the way. She goes out the door crying, and everyone is still making fun of her, but this guy comes up to her and asks her what's wrong and helps her feel better, and she starts liking him.
1. Real.
fake.
It's fake.
I knew it.
Darn it!
Because it sounded at first like this movie I'd seen, but then it didn't sound like it.
Man, I thought it was like an episode from Bob's Burgers. So the final tally then is Janiyah 6, Holly 5, Mark 3.
Yeah!
I'm really
Knock
bad at
down,
this game.
knock down, no.
I'm really bad at this game.
If you like
like this video, like and subscribe and comment. Turn on the bell notifications, and we'll see you next time.